great mysteries, isn't it? Why are we here? I mean, are we the product of some cosmic coincidence, or is there really a God watching everything, with a plan for us and stuff? I don't know, man, but it keeps me up at night. What?
Today is a sad day. It officially marks the end of Rooster Teeth. Now, to be fair here, Rooster Teeth has been on a steep decline for a very long time, and to be blunt here, hindsight is 20/20, but, it seems like it was going to happen eventually. Like, it seems like, Rooster Teeth was eventually going to shut down, because with the overall, just dismissal of a bunch of employees to major creators of Rooster Teeth, like the big ones at the top that were there at the inception of Rooster Teeth stepping down and leaving Rooster Teeth, it seemed more and more likely that the company would eventually just cease to exist. But actually seeing the news and seeing the end of Rooster Teeth itself honestly hit me harder than I thought today. And I want to talk about that because I know this isn't anime related, manga related, but this company, or at least what they have created for the last 20 plus years, really it holds a special place in my heart. It was something that introduced me to, like, just videos, special videos that could be made online, like machinima, etc., when I was growing up, and I grew up with Rooster Teeth. Like, I remember, literally, when this aired, decades ago, when the first episode of Red vs. Blue came out, before YouTube was really even a big thing at that point, I remember my brother showing me the first episode of Red vs. Blue, and at the time, there was only 3 episodes out, and I remember sitting down, not fully understanding everything, because clearly I was just so young, but I enjoyed it. It was fun just getting to see, just like, these characters, basically in the Halo universe interacting with each other. It really just was enjoyable, and as the years went on and decades went on, Rooster Teeth went to grow into something different. They became a full-fledged company. They started creating series like, for instance, RWBY, and, they went on to make a bunch of other stuff after that. They had, let's say, Rage Quit with Michael and Gavin. They had, like, the Minecraft Let's Plays, Achievement Hunter, all sorts of different stuff. And years ago, I watched them all the time. I watched almost every single video that they uploaded on YouTube. I even bought Rooster Teeth first. I was a first member, and I eventually stopped subscribing to them, but I always harbored a level of respect for them. There was a lot of controversies that happened that really showcased they weren't the company I once knew, and, like with Bernie separating himself with everything, with the whole thing with just like a bunch of different OG members kind of getting into some controversy. It was clear that the company I knew and the community that was formed was just no longer the same. So I understand that nowadays people looking at this announcement, they're probably up in arms celebrating, yeah, like, good job, I'm glad Rooster Teeth is gone. That's what people are probably saying. I've seen a lot of people say that today, and I understand. Definitely, at this point in time, Rooster Teeth as a company wasn't a good company. They weren't. I want to be blunt. They make some good stuff here and there, but overall, they were not doing the best for the best interest of their community that constantly supported them for the past 2 decades. I do think they had some moments, but let's just be blunt here. And I think that the creative direction for a lot of different series, like what they did for RWBY and others, just wasn't for the best. Gonna be blunt. Now, regardless, though, getting into everything, with the closure of Rooster Teeth, it really just, like, makes you wonder what's next for a bunch of these series that, Rooster Teeth has crafted. Like, for instance, RWBY. And I know people are going to be quick to just crap all over RWBY, because I know a lot of people don't like RWBY, and I understand. It's completely fine if you don't like it. But it is very popular. There is an active fan base for RWBY. Hell, it even got an anime, okay? And when it gets an anime, it says enough. Like, it's incredibly popular in Japan. Like, literally, RWBY is just talked about a lot in Japan. It's incredibly popular. And so, it really is surprising to me, just like with the closure of Rooster Teeth, the closing of Rooster Teeth, like, what's gonna happen to this product alone? And just like, wow, I mean, is this really the end of something like RWBY and Red versus Blue, or is it going to, just, like, is it going to continue in some shape or form? And here's what kind of came out. Warner Brothers apparently said they're selling off these properties, and this honestly is kind of gross to me. I mean, it's a good thing, but it's also gross, and let's get right into that. Why this is gross is because Rooster Teeth, obviously, with today's announcement, they're shutting down. It's over. And literally, upon their corpse, Warner Brothers, literally on their corpse, like, now we're selling these products out. It's just like, yo, what? I understand they're a business and they gotta make money. They're selling off assets. I'm fully aware of that. I understand that. It's not necessarily fully just like a disconnected thing they're doing. Like, Warner Brothers, I know that there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that we're not aware of, but it's just like, the fact that they did this the day of, and it's like Warner Brothers never crafted Red versus Blue, they never crafted RWBY or any of the other series, it's just like, wow, it's kind of like a little bit, a little bit soon in my personal opinion, but, let's get into it since the news is already out. Honestly, I really hope, like, with this comment right here, what people are saying, they hope Glitch gets, the actual series gets RWBY and stuff, and I think that I agree. I don't know if Glitch will pick them up, and let's explain. Who is Glitch? Well, you probably have heard about Digital Circus. It's made the waves all on YouTube. It's become a very, very popular first pilot episode, and I'm really looking forward to episode 2 when it comes out, because it really blew me away. It was really good. And if Glitch was to pick up, let's say, Red vs. Blue or RWBY, I'd be all for that. I think it would be pretty interesting. I don't know if they would be able to get the OG VAs and stuff. I hope they would. But I would love to see, like, a group that clearly does love making, like, projects for the community actually picking up these stories. I think it'd be really interesting. Would it be the same? I don't know. But, I mean, I do agree with this person's comment. I would like to see Glitch pick it up. Crunchyroll picking up RWBY, I could definitely see happening. I really could. With the whole release of the RWBY anime, I mean, I believe RWBY is streamable, the OG RWBY is streamable on Crunchyroll. I would not, think it's really far-fetched to think Crunchyroll wouldn't pick it up. As for Red vs. Blue, I doubt they would, and this one really hits me, because Red vs. Blue is my childhood. It straight up is something I grew up with, and I watched with my brother before he died, and seeing this series, just basically up in the air, and I don't know if I'm ever going to get a conclusion to it, really hurts. It does hurt. So I hope that the IP of Red vs. Blue does get sent to someone that actually cares, and it's not crapped on, but that's my 2 cents on the matter. Anyways, backing off of that, it's a pretty sad day, honestly, because I did not expect to wake up to this news. I mean, like I said, the writing was on the wall. I think anyone saw this, of all things, happening eventually, but the day arrived, and it's here, and I can't believe it. Like, it's legitimately crazy, because, like, let's put this in perspective, okay? Rooster Teeth, 21 years, okay, that it's been around. It is 2024, the beginning of 2024. That would basically say that the company has been around since 2002, 2003. That's a long time. That's a really, really long time. It's like a year or two after the inception of Halo 1, and before the release of Halo 2. That's old. It's really, really old. But, yeah, I'm sorry I'm a bearer of bad news. I know many might not care about this video, but I wanted to talk about it, because, this is, it's a sad day. I know, yeah, people might be happy about the whole news, but, I know I'm not. Anyways, be safe, stay healthy, I love you guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Chibi out.